to another Inside Music Row. Today we'll check out Crickets from Joe Nichols. We'll also catch up with Christy Lee Cook to talk about her new music. Finally, we'll preview Thomas Rhett's new album, which goes on sale next week. All this and more coming up Inside Music Row. Hey there, I'm Bailey, and I'm so glad you joined us for another Inside Music Row. We've got a great show today, so let's get started. Toby Keith is ready to head down under early next year. He's taking his Hammer Down Under tour to Australia for his first ever concert appearance there. He'll play several arena shows in March with Eli Young Band and Kelly Pickler joining him. Look for his latest album, Drinks After Work, to go on sale next week. Jake Owen is teaming up with St. Thomas Health for the annual Rock the Cradle charity event next week. Hosted each fall by the St. Thomas Health Foundation, this year's event will again be held at the Loveless Barn to raise money for newborns and their families in need. In the past 3 years, over $500,000 have already been raised for families at the hospital. Trace Adkins will be joined by NASCAR's Danica Patrick as co-hosts of the 4th Annual American Country Awards December 10th in Las Vegas. Check out the fan-voted award show live on Fox from Mandalay Bay. The Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival has announced grants for 20 nonprofit organizations through the Bonnaroo Works Fund. The organization gave almost $140,000 to these groups this year, with funds coming from ticket sales plus entry fees from the inaugural 5K run and various auctions held throughout the year. Recipients are based on need, mission, and the specific use of funding. Songwriters will again be taking over Key West with the annual Songwriters Festival next spring. For 5 days and about 30 different venues across the island, you'll find some of today's hottest writers performing their latest songs well into the morning hours. The 19th annual event will kick off May 7th, and organizers expect more than the 15,000 fans that showed up last year. Now it's time to go inside the song. Steve Wariner recently celebrated the release of his latest album, It Ain't All Bad, which contains several very upbeat tracks. We had a chance to ask him about the title track to that new project.
The song is talking about this crazy world that we're in, and prices of gas keep going up, but hey, as long as I got her with me, it ain't all bad. Things are good. So, and it's so positive, and that's really why I wanted to call this album It Ain't All Bad, because it really speaks to where I am in my life and my music career, you know. So.
As long as you were with me, here to hug and kiss me, let the world around us keep on going.
It's almost time for Halloween, so that means lots of tours will be coming to a close very soon. Make sure you check out your favorite artists right now. Let's take a quick peek at who's going where and when. It's time for our first quick little break, but before we go, we have a few copies of Crickets up for grabs from Joe Nichols. If you want to enter this week's drawing, head on over to InsideMusicRow.com to get signed up. Now for that break, but make sure to come on back to hear all about those Crickets when we return with more Inside Music Row right after this.